Welcome back to Prop News Time. Here are the headlines for the day. A residential flat spanning 956 square feet. Sold in Lodha, Amara Tower, 49 and 50. In Thanes Balcom for INR 1 crore, 96 lakhs. A residential flat spanning 816 square feet. Sold in Regency Heights, in Thanes Kolshet for INR 1 crore, 49 lakhs. A residential flat spanning 625 square feet. Sold in Superior Exotica in Thanes Airoli for INR 1 crore. 26 lakhs Bhubaneswar to prioritize permanent homes for urban poor living in transit shelters. In a significant step towards formalizing housing access for the economically weaker sections, Odisha's Housing and Urban Development Department has introduced a structured plan to allot affordable homes on priority to urban poor currently staying in transit shelters across Bhubaneswar. The move, detailed under a newly released SOP, outlines eligibility criteria, verification norms, financial contributions, and prioritization mechanisms, particularly favoring slum dwellers with no paka homes and individuals with disabilities. This initiative aligns with the broader push under PMA Urban 2.0 and dovetails with 43 recently approved housing projects across 42 urban local bodies, ULBs, aiming to boost urban inclusivity and housing equity. BMC's land monetization plan faces hurdles as bids for key plots stall. The BMC's first attempt to lease out 3 prime land parcels at Malabar Hill, Worli, and near Crawford Market for long-term revenue has faced setbacks. The Malabar Hill plot was withdrawn after objections from BEST and local residents citing its designation as a public garden. At Crawford Market, Central Railway requested a portion for a skywalk-linked passenger outlet, complicating the full site tender. Meanwhile, the RBI showed interest in the Worli parcel but didn't submit a bid. BMC is evaluating the received bids, aiming to raise funds for major projects like the Dahisar, Meera Bhayandar Coastal Road, and Mulund, Goregaon Tunnel by monetizing dormant land. Chandigarh clears Adarsh Colony, reclaiming land worth INR 350 crore. The Chandigarh administration has cleared Adarsh Colony, an informal settlement between sectors 53 and 54, reclaiming 12 acres of government land valued at INR 350 crore. Around 800 structures were demolished in the drive, part of a broader campaign to make the city slum-free. Officials said the area was under illegal occupation for 2.5 years, despite relocation offers to eligible families. Earlier this year, Janta Colony and Sanjay Colony were also cleared, bringing the total reclaimed land to over 500 acres from 18 major slums. Only Shahpur Colony remains, with future action planned. The campaign supports Chandigarh's original planned city vision. ED cracks down on real estate scams, freezes assets worth crores across India. The Enforcement Directorate, KI, has stepped up action against real estate fraud across India, freezing assets in cities like Delhi. A key case involves the Shine City scam, a Ponzi scheme that promised high returns on real estate and other ventures, allegedly swindling investors out of over INR 1,000 crore. The ED has frozen INR 277 crore in assets so far. In another case, a Delhi commercial property worth INR 44 crore linked to Bhasan Infotech was attached. Over 100 investors reportedly paid for plots but never received them. These actions reflect the ED's push to tackle fraud and safeguard investor money in the real estate space. BMC begins land survey in Lower Parel after Supreme Court ruling on mill plot. The BMC has launched a detailed land survey on a 6-acre plot in Lower Parel after the Supreme Court denied ownership claims by Century Textiles and Industries Limited. The survey, expected to take over a month, will document structures, encroachments, and tree cover. The land, leased in 1927 for worker housing, currently houses around 450 tenants. Aditya Birla Real Estate linked to Century Textiles, has formally handed over possession. BMC has asked for the company's name to be removed from official records and is now exploring legal options on whether the land use can change and how existing residents should be reaccommodated. Uno Minda to invest INR 210 crore in new EV component plant in Aurangabad. Auto components manufacturer. Uno Minda has announced an investment of approximately INR 210 crore for establishing a new casting division facility in Aurangabad, Maharashtra. The initiative aims to cater to the surging demand from OEMs for electric vehicle casting parts. The board recently approved the detailed project report with plans to phase out the investment over the coming years, funded via internal accruals and term loans. The new unit will add a total capacity of 3,629 metric tons annually, with the first phase expected to be operational in the second quarter of FY27. Noida Airport deploys India's first homegrown runway cleaning machine. For safer flights, Noida International Airport has joined hands with Unloan Technology Solutions to introduce the CleanJet RRM, India's first indigenously built runway rubber removal machine. Mounted on the Iker Pro 6028 chassis and compliant with Bharat Stage 6 norms, the machine offers a 100% chemical-free, high-efficiency solution for cleaning rubber deposits, oil spills, and paint markings using ultra-high-pressure water jets. Capable of covering up to 1,100 square meters per hour, it promises improved safety and sustainability in runway maintenance. Building materials firm Sharanam expands globally with new UAE real estate venture Sharanam Infra Project and Trading, a supplier of building materials and steel products, has launched a wholly owned subsidiary in the UAE, marking its entry into global real estate. The company will invest around AED 18 million, INR 42 crore, over 9 months to support operations and deal facilitation. The new venture will focus on land arbitrage, buying strategic plots and reselling them to larger developers for profit. This move aligns with Sharanam's risk-managed global growth strategy. Back in February, the company raised INR 48 crore via a rights issue to fund expansion. The UAE's booming property market, particularly in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, underpins this strategic step. New draft rules aim to simplify housing society governance in Maharashtra. The Maharashtra government has released a draft of updated rules for cooperative housing societies, aiming to simplify governance, enhance transparency, and modernize procedures. Key changes include doubling the registration fee to INR 5,000, equal maintenance charges for all flats, and reduced penal interest on dues from 21% to 12%. A new provisional member category allows nominees of deceased members to vote until ownership is officially transferred. Societies must maintain multiple dedicated funds and can now secure redevelopment loans up to 10 times the land value. Virtual meetings are permitted, and commercial shops gain formal participation rights. The reforms will impact over 125,000 societies statewide. India's office market sentiment hits record high amid APAC. Slowdown India's real estate sector is demonstrating remarkable resilience and optimism, outshining peers in the Asia-Pacific region, even as markets in Greater China and Australia face subdued leasing activity. The latest Asia-Pacific Market Sentiment Survey by CBRE highlighted that India's major cities continue to witness robust office leasing driven by tech, BFSI, and GCC demand. The Market Sentiment Index for the office sector surpassed 70%, reflecting the highest confidence levels recorded to date. Retail leasing has remained steady despite a minor dip, with retailers pursuing growth in high footfall zones, reinforcing India's appeal as a stable investment hub. That's a wrap for today. Tune in tomorrow for the latest headlines.